Hi, here I have iPhone 11 cracked screen. As you can see that the phone has pixelated lines and is cracked. And this is the replacement screen. So here I'll be replacing the broken screen on an iPhone 11 from start to finish. If you guys are interested to replace your own screen, hopefully this video gives you some sort of an idea on how to get it repaired and get it done. Alright, so the first thing is to turn off the phone, but unfortunately I'm not able to see the screen and I can't turn it off. I will be disconnecting the battery for this purpose. So here I'll be using a Pentaloop P2, which is the 0.8, a little star-shaped looking screwdriver to remove the two bottom screw right next to that charging port. Once the two screws are removed, the next step is to pry it open. I'll be using a metal prying tool to get in between that screen. And I need to cut the adhesive. So there's an adhesive running across the phone to prevent any water or dust to get in there. The only way to get the screen removed is to get this metal prying tool to cut that adhesive open. Now again, you're dealing with broken glass, so safety first is to make sure that you have safety goggle, protects your eyes at all times. You should wear something like this from broken glass getting into your eyes. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting that adhesive tape. You can see that little tape here is still kind of holding down the screen, and I'm just going to flip it to the right, holding it at 90-degree angle, and I need to get to that screw underneath the two flex cable. Here I'll be using the Try screwdriver, or that little Y-shaped screwdriver, and this is the 0.6. There's one screw right here. Let's zoom in a little bit more. I removed one of the screw that was here. The second screw would be right underneath there. Let me try a different Y screwdriver because for some reason it's not working so well for me on this one. And for those of you who do a screen repair, I just do not get it why you must tighten up the screw so tight that we can't even remove it. I'm trying to see if I have the so there's one screw right here. Let's remove that. All right, let's work on the rest of it. Wow, this guy really tighten up the screw really tight. I don't see a reason why he must do that. Anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. You need to remove that using a Y screwdriver, the little tri-shaped looking screwdriver, which is the 0.6. Well, they really stripped the screw, the guy. Oh God, almost stripped all the screws pretty soon. Okay. Do not like the way they install. How do I know this screen is replaced in the past before? Because I can see that all the stickers right here, those are aftermarket stickers that they put it there so that, you know, for returning process or whatever reason. Yep, this is the aftermarket screen, just so you know. All right, once I remove that, what I need to do is to transfer the proximity sensor, the ear speaker on the old screen to the new screen. The next is to use a Phillips screwdriver. This is the plus Phillips screws. And here on the top left corner is that Y-shaped screw. I'll be going underneath to pry open that cable. Be very gentle with that proximity sensor. It is just held down by double-sided adhesive tape. Nothing really special about holding it down. Transfer it over to the bracket, and the bracket has a position where you can just install them. It looks like that guy did not put in that little piece of metal. You should see a piece of metal right here that was supposed to be here to kind of ground the proximity sensor. So that little piece of metal, if you can, transfer it back in there. Get the 3 screws back in. So they're using a Phillips screw, which is a lot easier. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to install back to the phone. It's very simple. That connector, they're kind of like Lego. If you align them in the right position, they should just snap right back in without much of a force on it. So you do not force it down. All you have to do is just make sure that it gets aligned properly. Okay, just make sure that the connector stays in. Last but not least, reconnect the battery. So here may be a bit of a challenge because you're working right underneath that flex cable. It can be quite difficult to position the bracket, but just take your time. I would say, one at a time. Position it, get the screw in. Do not tighten all the way because you still need to realign or readjust the bracket. So here I have one of the screws in the corner. I do not go all the way in, so that at this point you can reposition the bracket. Have the second screw go all the way in, but not so tight. Once you have the second screw in, I'm going to come back and finish up the first screw. Tighten just a little bit more, and finally finish the third screw. Okay, once the third screw is in, recheck that cable, making sure the cable is okay. Now we can close it up by installing the full bracket here. Once you have all the screws go in, the next step is to close up the screen. So what I like to do is position here on the top, making sure that the top slide in first. And once the top is in, go ahead and align here at the bottom, and then crunch it down on both sides. Once it's done, what I like to do next is to power on the phone. I do see the Apple logo came on, which is nice. And while I'm waiting for the phone to start, I'm going to put the two screws back together. Here is the Pentalo P2. Put it back in. While the phone is still loading up, I just want to make sure that okay, there you go. I just want to make sure there's no client's photo or pictures shown here. So okay, I will go test the phone. I'll be using the emergency call. Excuse me. It looks like something was stuck in there, that his switch is not flipping. The silent mode is. There we go. So things are working. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye now.